so sorry. I'm gonna wait for you guys to come back. Come back. I just posted on Facebook. I don't know what happened, but that was insane. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I said something to trigger YouTube. I was on for a minute though. Like I haven't been on that long on YouTube for that. So for sure. For sure. I didn't mean to end it, I swear. I wonder. I have no idea what's going on, you guys. I am so sorry. Yeah, that's insane to me. Sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I'm gonna wait for you guys to come back. I'm gonna wait for you guys to come back. Hi, whoever came back. Oh my god, that made me so sad because I was like, we were doing so good. I'm so mad. Because it freaked, I don't know what, I think it's because I talked about LP and that's not, I don't know. That was the craziest stuff ever. Honestly. I'm super annoyed. That was some good shit. But I'm still uploading both of them. I need to find a way. I don't think I'm gonna be able to upload them together, but it's like part 1 and then part 2, the remix. It's very stop motion right now. Is the quality really bad? Sorry guys, I might need to edit this later, but I'm just so annoyed. Picture quality is great. Video quality looks like an episode of Gumby. Oh my god. I'm gonna tell everybody at the house, y'all chill, fuck Wi-Fi. I don't know why it shuts out on me later. Y'all let me know how the video quality is, if I need to readjust something or unconnect, reconnect, whatever. Because we were good. Let me know, JR, right now. Let me know. Please, please, please. Okay, there we go. He says, okay. All right, y'all. Sorry. Oh. But now I feel like an ass because now I have to pee. Because Louisiana one is really fucking good. It's a huge staple. We just cannot say LP on live, apparently. I don't know. They'll probably send me an email. Probably. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Grab another beverage. Get comfortable. We're going into the last part of this, and we're going to end the show. I think we're on the last leg. Like, the letter L is like a good part of it. But, yeah. Okay. Y'all give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Woo. Okay, y'all. Sorry. Welcome back. Technical difficulties. Sorry. Ooh, okay. We're good. Glad y'all can see me now. Oh, damn YouTube. Moderators were like, she's on way too long tonight. That's not normal. Little do they know. Little do they know. Okay. Alright. So we're at Louisiana right now. We're talking about the craziness of the state. Oh, you're the best, JR. I will definitely do that. Thank you. JR had offered to combine my videos. I love it. We'll just probably need to shave off like the first couple of minutes of this one, so that way it's all combined and conjoined. Like conjoined twins. Anyway. Yes. No, tell Cody he has to fucking wait, okay? Tell him to also like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so Louisiana, here we go. Don't steal another person's crawfish. So that's so rude if you do that. I like crawfish. Everybody's like, it's too much work for a little bit. I understand that. 1,010%. There are a lot of things that I do on this fucking planet that are so meaningless. But it's the togetherness. It's everybody together and just enjoying these little mud bugs. And everybody's like, they're bottom feeders, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, you suck a dick. With somebody who's never cleaned their fucking dick, so shut up. Please. I'll fucking be licking culo for fucking nothing. For fucking dinner at Olive Garden. I'm just saying. So, oh my god, this was not even that long ago. Year enacted was 2011, so 12 years ago. If you're someone who likes to steal food off your partner's plate, you may want to think again in Louisiana, especially if what you're eating is crawfish. According to a 2011 law, if you steal someone's crawfish, you may not walk away easily. In fact, selling crawfish can get you prison time. Stealing crawfish can get you prison time, ladies and germs. Up to 10 years if you steal more than $1,500 worth of crawfish. Y'all, I like to eat crawfish, so I'm eating 3 to 4 pounds at a time. That's standard for me. This may be significantly more than a plateful, but why take the risk? Just get your own. Why would you steal those, bro? Like, if you're in Louisiana, you can just go and fucking go catch some. Like, honestly. Why the fuck? And it's way cheaper in Louisiana, by the way. If you don't know, now you know. You know? That's crazy to me. And tell him to tell Amber, too. Sorry, side note. And tell Amber I love her. Is this the Footloose town? Because I'm pretty sure the Footloose town took place in Texas. In the state of Maine, there is no dancing without a permit. How stupid. Year enacted, 1987. In Maine, it's illegal to dance without a permit. Sort of. The law actually states that it's illegal to dance in establishments that sell alcohol unless the establishment has a quote-unquote special amusement permit. Y'all. I'm not saying this for the people who know me, but for the people and the fans that are watching this down the line, I am a homemade Mexican, American, Texan, Hispanic, Latina girl from the 90s. I don't take very kindly to this. Y'all, we dance when we get food. I know that's an everyone thing. We dance at baby showers, at christenings, at birthday parties especially, at get-togethers, at carne asadas, barbecues, friends parties. Even though it's not a dancing situation, I'm dancing. This was in 1987, you guys. This is 30-something years old right now. This is in its 30s. mid-30s, mid to late 30s. In Maine, I will never go to Maine unless it's for actual lobster, but I'm gonna dance like no one's watching. But fuck that. Uh, in my even if you're not in my culture, you guys know people who dance and that love to dance. It's just a whole nother language. Like, it's a beautiful thing to share that with a partner or to share that with a person. Just, Grey's Anatomy, fucking dance it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, dancing is just, it's a fundamental thing, even if you do a little. Night at the Roxbury, that's dancing. If you vibe in with the music, it's dancing. If you're nodding your head to it, that's dancing. I'm sorry, but that's what that is. Like, give or take, your body's moving when it's not supposed to be moving. You're moving for the sake of motion. No, you're not. But it's like, man, I got some beef with you, my dude. Beef with you. So I asked, actually, for this next one, I need to ask my friend Switty about it. My friend Switty, and that's what we call him. We've been calling him that for years. He lives out in Maryland. And this Maryland law says keep it clean in public, which means think of cursing in Rockville, Maryland? No bleeping way. A few years ago, the town of Rockland passed a law that prohibits swearing in public. Bitch, I would be fine within the first 2 minutes of fucking being there, because I have a potty mouth. I always have had a potty mouth, and that's not enough. If I don't know you, I will keep. I know a time and a place for it, but fuck. The year enacted on this law was 2017, guys. This was within the past 5 years. Yeah, because so within the past 5 or 6 years. That's insane. So they passed the law that prohibits swearing in public. If anyone hears an explicit... That's not what that says. If anyone hears an expletive cross your lips... I hate that word. You could be fined up to $100. $100. Fuck that. Better start practicing your gosh darn it's now. No, bitch. Well, I just don't like the GD word. I don't. So I'll say gosh darn it or god dang. I won't visit Maryland over there. That part of Maryland anyway. I want to go to Martha's Vineyard though. Hello? Excuse me. In Massachusetts, it's on my bucket list to go and see. It's on my bucket list to go to Salem during Halloween time, and see that. I will have to take a whole month off. September to November. That's 2 months, but I want to see the leaves change in Massachusetts, and I want to be in Salem in October, specifically on Halloween, and see how they do it over there. That's just a me thing. You guys know I'm a spooky bitch. I love it. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Anyway, so Massachusetts, the law is sing it right or pay the price. What does that mean? It means we're gonna chug our drink right now and sing the national anthem. No, I'm just kidding. JK, element of P. Okay. The year enacted for this law is unknown. Whenever you're in Massachusetts, it is the law to sing the Star Spangled Banner correctly. No matter if you're in a theater, restaurant, or in cafe, anytime you're in public, the national anthem must be performed correctly. And that is on Paul Revere. Like, that's on Matt Damon. That's on Ben Affleck. That's on Boston Baked Beans, apparently. I have my own beef. We're not going to get into baseball yet until next week, so I'm not even going to bring it up. To alter in any way would be considered a crime, and the perpetrator would be charged a fine up to $100, and that's on the forefathers, John Hancock, fucking yeah, on fucking Patrick Henry, bitch. Like, how? On the original colonies, like, that's on that. So you saying a word wrong, you're getting fined $100 hairs. I wouldn't never, unless I'm going to a fucking game, to a baseball game specifically. I wouldn't go for anything else. But yeah, anyway, we're not getting into baseball right now because you guys know that that's a very touchy subject for me right now, especially right now. And me and JR are going to get into it next week on next week's episode of Drinks with Deg. If you guys are by any chance interested in baseball and all the bullshit we're going to talk about, please join in next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do not forget to share. All right. Michigan is very Tammy Wynette, apparently, and George Jones. Stand by your man or woman. The year enacted was 1931. According to Michigan state legislator, adultery is considered a felony. As it should, bitch. Like, oh, heh. You guys, I am very old-fashioned in that way. If you're not happy with me, don't cheat on me, fucking leave. Just don't. Like, what? I do not perform that. You will be, I will Lorraine Bob at your ass, basically, is what I'm saying. I will cut off a piece that you find very fun to you, my friend. I don't do that shit. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Okay. Stepping out on your spouse can land you a $5,000 hair fine or up to 4 years in prison. I am not disagreeing with this law at all. While the state does not enforce the law, it's still something to consider before you entertain the idea of breaking your vows. Bitch, yes. My parents, I'm over here fucking getting on my fucking soapbox again. Nah, bitch, like, fuck that. If you're not fucking happy, first of all, if you think you're ever going to be unhappy with this fucking bag of fun, do not even think about asking me to marry you. First of all. First things first. Second is second. I do not play when it comes to that shit. Do not even think about fucking marrying me. And don't even fucking think about being with me after like 2 years and you don't want to fucking get married. I'm sorry. I'm 31. I ain't got time. That's just me personally. But honestly, like, people are like, oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's crazy. And oh, that. No, it's not. Sorry. It's fucking not. You step out unless you guys agree to an open marriage. I don't see anything wrong with this fucking law. If you guys agree to an open marriage and that it's submitted in writing and it has been notarized by your local notary, then fine, go ahead, live your life, whatever. However, $5,000, I'd say that's pretty good fucking cut. Or 4 years in prison. Bitch, I don't make the rules. Like, I ain't putting money on your books, bitch. You better tell that other bitch. I'm just saying. But, you know, I'm the jealous type. So you guys know I don't fuck with that shit. I don't. Alright. Minnesota. Home of the Vikings. Pigs shall remain ungreased. Are you guys talking about alive pigs? Like Babe and Shark and fucking Wilbur? Like, what the fuck? Year enacted was 1971. Again, not that old of a law, guys. One particular law in Minnesota state legislature strictly bans the greasing or oiling of pigs for contests. Bitch, there's contests? I thought that was only fucking real in, like, movies and shit. I did not know that this was, like, an actual... We gotta go to Minnesota, but like in the summer. I would not go in the winter. Oh no, I don't want that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I'd be in jail in that town. 3 felonies, 6 years of probation for the amount I cuss. Fucking love that for you, JR. We'll be bailing each other out. I got you, bro. Oh my god. It says the law states no person shall operate, run, or participate in a contest, game, or other like activity in which a pig, greased, oiled, or otherwise is released and wherein the object is capture of the pig. Does it have to be all those things? What if we just greased them up for sport and let them run free? But didn't catch them. What if we let them roam free without any grease or anything? Excuse me. But caught them at the end. Pretty fucking sure we'll be fine in one way, shape, or form, but I just want to be there. I don't want to be a participant in there. I just need to be a people watcher in that whole thing and see who's got the fucking bet on Babe and who's got the fucking bet on Wilbur or fucking Harold from Green Acres. You know what I mean? And if you don't know who Harold from Green Acres is, please watch Green Acres. Like, I don't know. I grew up on that shit. But anyway, yeah, so wow. I want to go watch some pigs for contest. That's for sure. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Hello. Mississippi. I gotta check this shit out. Mississippi, you can't have 2 kids out of wedlock. Year enacted was 2013. It sounds bizarre, not to mention against the Constitution, but the state of Mississippi did pass a law in 2013 that declares that people are only permitted to have 1 child without being married. If you have a second child out of wedlock, you will be facing fines or even jail time. You guys, this was 2013. This was 10 years ago that this fucking thing... how are you living in Mississippi, though? In motherfucking Texas, everybody got 3 kids, 4 different baby daddies. Like, how does that make sense, Dig? If you live in Texas, if you live in Houston, if you live in the suburbs of Houston, if you don't know, now you know, bitch. Because I would have spared a lot of you guys a lot of fucking heartache. Trust me, I've seen it. I am not one. I have dogs, but I feel for you guys. Anyway. But jail time? Oh yeah. If this sounds ridiculously draconian, that's because it is. Look, I've seen the homies go after chicks with 3 different baby daddies, and I'm like, I don't even have a single baby daddy. I'm over here reconsidering my life and like, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, what's up with this chick? Does she have beer flavored nipples? Because that's literally where I'm at when I'm thinking about that. But gotta support the homies in their stupid decision making. No. You know the vibes. Missouri has a great one. Missouri's law is no bear wrestling. Cocaine bear. I want to see it. All right. Oh my God. The year that this was into play was in the year of 2000. It was Y2K, baby. Let me take a drag real quick, y'all. It seems unnecessary to state that wrestling a bear is a bad idea. Nevertheless, Missouri has such a law on the books. Before 2000, it was not uncommon for people to set up bear wrestling rings. There were bear wrestling rings and I wasn't invited. Oh my God. Which is not only crazy, but also completely inhumane. I agree, but I need to see fucking Winnie the Pooh and Brother Bear get it on in the octagon. You know what I'm saying? Like... fucking, what's the name? I can't. I was trying to think of the bear in, the Jungle Book. What's his name? Well, anyway, fucking Yogi Bear and that guy. I need to see them duke it out, too. Anyway, it's pretty shocking that such a law had to be instituted, but here you have it. I don't condone it, but wouldn't be opposed to watching it. Montana. Fucking home of Yellowstone. We're gonna take a cheers for that. And there's so much beef going on with Yellowstone and Kevin Costner right now. I will say this about Yellowstone real fucking quick, because May is just around the corner and we're going to have the rest of the season. Let me say this about Kevin Costner. If you guys don't know me and my family, my dad especially, my dad is very pro Kevin Costner. We grew up watching a lot of Kevin Costner movies, including what's it called? That one with Whitney Houston. What's it called? The Guard? The Bodyguard. The Bodyguard. That movie is 31 years old. Well, it's gonna be 31. But yeah, no, we watched Dances with Wolves. We watched all kinds of Kevin Costner growing up. Like, that is number one for sure. And so they did talk about previously, before all this shit had popped up with Kevin Costner and Yellowstone, that they did plan on killing off John Dutton before it got here, because they didn't think the show was going to do as well as it did. So they had already planned on, like, cutting ties, like, not like cutting ties, but like, you know, killing off his character, which he was aware of. But I don't know. So, anywho's. Okay, wait a minute. So, let's go back here. So, Montana. Performers must stay on stage. So, no crowd interaction? That makes me very fucking sad. Don't know if I'll watch Yellowstone without him. Also, I don't think they started filming the rest of the season. So, apparently, they were supposed to take that time out to finish filming the rest of this season. So, I don't know. But me personally, with this season of Yellowstone, was very much half and half. I didn't really care for them going back as far as they did in Yellowstone with the flashbacks and everything and how detailed that was. Like, I understand that that's a very vital point, but make a whole nother show for that. I need to see what's going on with the Duttons right now. I'm ready to see Jimmy in the 4-6s, to be perfectly honest with you, because he actually turned into a real fucking cowboy. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see some more action that we got in season 3 and 4. You know what I mean? I don't like this whole going back and forth shit, because to me, the going back and forth shit takes up, the whole episode's like an hour long, right? And 40 minutes of that is just that. And then 20 minutes we get a fucking actual story from the present. And I don't like it. So it's like, either do one or the other. I'm just saying. Anyway. Performers must stay on stage. Year enacted was 1967. Again, not that long ago. Need to take 5 during your stage performance. That's not possible in Billings. So in Billings, Montana. Yikes. City law requires performers to remain on stage for the entirety of their performance. According to the law, no entertainer, regardless of gender, is permitted to leave the stage during the performance for any reason. Whoa. I wonder what happens if they have a fucking huge emergency. We'll have to talk about this before we film the baseball episode. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hi. All right. Nebraska. All right, guys. We're almost toward the end here. We're getting there. Oh, it's going to be a lot harder for you guys to get married. No person with an STD can legally marry. Year enacted unknown. Going back to antiquated and draconian laws, according to Nebraska law, it's illegal for anyone with a sexually transmitted disease to be married. This law is absolutely ridiculous and impossible to enforce. I spit a little, sorry. because no blood test is required for a marriage license. Nevertheless, it's on the books in the Cornhusker state. Yikes. Um, I think if you make it a point to tell your partner that you have an STD and then they choose to stick around for that and love you unconditionally, like after the fact, then y'all should be married, because that's usually a deal breaker with a lot of people, which is fair. And I get it. And Nebraska, come on, y'all. Like, but it was back to the draconian laws, which was clearly outdated, you know? So that's just kind of disturbing to me. You know the vibes. You know the motherfucking vibes. All right. Okay, so Nevada, where Las Vegas is located. Sidewalks are for standing, not for walking, apparently. You're not 2006, again, not that long ago. When in Reno, it is the law to remain vertical on the sidewalk at all times. That's right. No lying down on the sidewalk in Reno. A local law dictates that no person shall sit or lie down upon a public sidewalk or upon a blanket, chair, or stool. Holy crap. Or any other object placed upon a public sidewalk in the downtown Reno regional center, unquote. I think that's because they have a lot of traffic going through there. I'm not going to talk about what kind of traffic they have going on over there, because that's a little presumptuous, but understandable at the same time. People are like, oh my God, why can't we just sit down for a little bit? Bitch, I'm sure they got stools and they have shit like that. Like, go into somewhere. I'm sure you can sit down. If Reno has that much footwork, then they have that much sit work. So people should be able to sit in there and go about their lives and things of that caliber. So, yeah, it should be okay. It just don't lie down or you'll get fined. You know, don't sit down or you'll get fined type of shit, you know? I love and hate that. Okay. New Hampshire. Pregnant women cannot commit unaliveness, cannot commit shanking or pew-pewing or anything like that. I'm just trying not to get shut down by YouTube. They cannot do that. It can't be a CSI investigation, basically, is what I'm saying, or a Law and Order episode. Holy shit, this wasn't that long ago either. In 2017, not too long ago, the state of New Hampshire enacted a new homicide law that defined a 20-week fetus as a person. I rolled my eyes and you guys know why. That said, the law has a loophole for pregnant women who are seeking schmishmortion. Or seeking to replant their ficus. The law had to be amended, however, because the original language was so vague that it seemed to allow pregnant women to commit murder of any kind. Sorry. You guys will have, the day that ever happens to me, you guys will have to lock me up or allow me to be around people that just give me good vibes, nobody that would trigger anything. So that way the unaliveness or the act of shanking will occur. Because I'm sure that with my hormones being crazy, I will want to cry, shank, and eat. 1,010%. Because I won't be able to drink, which is gonna suck. I gotta be sober for 9 months. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Excuse me. I didn't even cover my mouth for that one. Fuck it. But you go, New Hampshire. All right, let's go on to one of America's shitholes, which is New Jersey. You shouldn't wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime. Y'all, is that for real? What I just read to you, is that for real? You shouldn't wear a bulletproof vest while committing a crime. Okay. This was in 1983. So this is an almost 40-year-old crime. Like a 40-year-old law. Okay, if you're planning on committing a crime in New Jersey, you best leave your bulletproof vest at home. Why? Because wearing one is a separate charge. Fuck. It seems a little absurd. You're already committing a crime, so what does it matter if what you're wearing? My thoughts exactly. But in New Jersey, it turns out that when it comes to committing crimes, fashion is everything. So, Tony Soprano. I have questions for you. Is the whole Jersey Turnpike and the whole Jersey community, Jersey Shore especially. Well, what if you were wearing a bulletproof vest but not committing a crime? Are they gonna like just come and like gun you down for that? I don't know. But that's a lot. I have a lot of questions for Jersey. On top of the other ones I already had for Jersey, but this one's a big one. This is hilarious. Okay, so I have family that live out in New Mexico. If you guys didn't know, now you know. My tia Leo, I know she's not watching, but I love you, tia. And my cousins are over there too. I love you guys so much. But New Mexico, their law is idiots are banned from voting. Okay, the year enacted was in 1910. For more than 100 years, a law was on the books in New Mexico that prevented quote-unquote idiots from voting. Seems like a good plan in theory, but the actual practice was rather discriminatory. I don't want idiots to vote either, but let's read on. Until 2016, the word quote-unquote idiot was used to describe people with mental disabilities with an IQ below 30, so in reality it was pretty outdated and harmful law. Today the ban has been reversed and the language changed. So does that mean that if the IQ, if all of that has been moderated, like does that still mean that people, freaking idiots, can't vote? Because let me tell you guys how easy it is to obtain a CHL in Texas. I will never be on Twitch because of the way I talk, by the way. Just in case I'm angry. Alright, let's go to this live chat here. Let's see what everybody has to say. It's mainly JR right now. Sir, you are being charged with a first-degree murder and wearing a bulletproof vest. No, absolutely. That was a big one. But, I still believe that people should have an assessment done. But God, this rolls into the does my vote matter type of thing. But in a world, let's say that this mattered and your vote meant something or whatever, I still think that there should be a fucking written rhetoric on that. And people who are wanting to vote should take the assessment. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm guessing this was written around 2020. Oh, actually not. In New York. Fucking Yankees. This one is for the Astros. Fuck the Yankees. And that is on Bregman. Okay. So New York, only wear mask for party purposes. Now you guys think because we went through COVID and everything that this was enacted around 2020? Wrongo. The year enacted of this law was 1845. The Empire State Law isn't exactly reinforced these days. Not enforced these days. Considering New York State is very pro-mask, but before COVID, it was actually illegal in New York to wear a mask or any facial alterations unless it was for a pre-approved event or party. So if you wore a mask in New York before COVID, like they want to fucking know about it. The law looks a little different ever since the mask mandates have been partially overturned. And I still see people here in Houston and in Pasadena and South Houston and like Deer Park, LaPorte, or even when I go to concerts or like any events downtown, or even when I go to a Stroh's game, there are people who are still wearing their mask, which I have no problem with at all in any way, shape, or form. To me, it's normal, and that sucks because that's a new normal that we have to deal with, you know. But in New York, so apparently you gotta face alterations. Pre-approved event or party. Who pre-approves this? Mayor Giuliani? I don't think so. I hate that for them. This next one's fucking hilarious. In North Carolina, no costumes in business settings. This is funny. Again, not a very old one. A year enacted was in 1953. Apparently, that office Halloween party is canceled. At least in North Carolina, it is. The law may sound a bit bizarre, but actually was written to abolish the frequent KKK activity that was prevalent in the area. Wow. In that case, this is a law that we can certainly get behind. Okay, so with that reasoning, absolutely. I would be upset if they wouldn't let me wear my witchy hat or anything. But again, that can be for sake, be taken for something else. But okay, I get it. We don't need that shit around here, especially in North Carolina, where that was a very big deal. So we're gonna get behind that law for sure. North Dakota, only citizen can weigh in on lentils. I love lentil soup. I love lentil soup. Do not get me wrong. But only citizens can weigh in on lentils. This was in 1997. Again, not a very old law. Lentils, chickpeas, and lupins may not seem like foods that are particularly controversial, but when you live in North Dakota, you may see it differently. In 1997, the state created a dry pea and lentil council to promote certain agricultural industries. And you can be just anyone to serve. The only U.S. citizens are permitted to be members of the council. That's crazy. It's crazy, girl. Lentils as a form of currency? That's crazy. Like, here's my 3-pack of lentils. Let me tell you how I feel about this mayor. You know? It's crazy. It's so crazy. Okay. I gotta fucking zoom through this next handful that we have here because my phone is on 20% now. Okay, so Ohio, you must report if your wild animal escapes. Okay. This was in 2006. Again, not a very old law. It may seem obvious, but evidently the residents of Grand Rapids need a little extra reminder. If your wild animal escapes, you are legally obligated to report it to authorities within an hour. So what if it's like within a few hours? Are you going to get in trouble? Is the fine going to be more? I have questions. Wild animals refer to any animal that is not indigenous to the state or presents a risk of of serious physical harm to other people or property. Your pet guinea pig probably doesn't count. But still, if a wild animal escapes, like, bitch, I got fucking hedgehog. I don't know. Like, there's a wild American bald eagle here on Main Street and 5th. Like, what the fuck, you know? Alright, guys. If you guys can permit me for 3 seconds, oh, shit. Y'all give me a second here. I gotta see here. Okay, my phone's at 20. I'm gonna go use the restroom for 2 seconds, and then I will be right back with another beer, because I'm done with that one. Alright, hold on. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not RuPaul. I will never attempt to be RuPaul. But anyway. Okay. Sorry, guys. That took a minute. Okay. Fuck Grand Rapids. Fuck Ohio. Ohio's for lovers. Uh, what if I escaped in Ohio? Would they have to report me? Only time could tell. Oklahoma. Oklahoma, mind your business. Oh my God. Okay. This was enacted in 1910 in Oklahoma. It's illegal to be a busybody. That's right. No eavesdropping in this state, according to the early 20th century law. It is a misdemeanor to secretly loiter with the intent to overhear conversation and then repeat it with ill intent. Bitch, you know, a lot of bitches here in the age already have misdemeanors. And could you imagine a life without Cheesemate? Bitch, I want to know. It's not my Cheesemate because very few people know that Cheesemate. And I don't think I know that they will not repeat that to anybody. But, however, to be like that messy, I don't know. And it's not fucking the soccer player. That's crazy. No Cheesemate for you in the OKC. Oh my goodness. I can't. If I happen to overhear something, you can't blame me. Like, that's law. You know? If you're out there spitting your business, I don't know what else to tell you. Oregon. Okay. I have a lot of feelings about this next law. Oregon, no astrologers allowed. I'm going to read this to you guys. It's a very outdated law. It's 1867. To clarify, this is not a statewide law, but it's very much a law in the town of Yamhill. Spelled Y-A-M as in Mary, H-I-L-L. Astrology is considered to be a form of the quote-unquote occult arts, which are illegal to practice in Yamhill. So, okay, Yamhill aside, Oregon has bigger fucking fish to fry with the drug addicts that it produces, the high fucking like in and out of heroin that is being pushed and pulled through over there. But there's so much going on over there. And it's not just Voodoo Donuts, baby. Like, it's a whole lot of shit. I'm just saying. That was just something I didn't get off my chest. So, if you're looking to know more about your future, definitely don't visit the Oregon town. Also forbidden here are mesmerism. I don't know what that is. Spiritualism. That's stupid. Fortune telling and palmistry. So basically, just don't seek any outside guidance or counsel. Basically. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking. I have 18% on my phone. We got this. We can make it through this. In Pennsylvania, one of my favorite Pisces, Gloria, that's her fucking hometown. She is Puerto Rican and she's from Pennsylvania, so she has a very heavy accent. And I love it that she's never lost it. She's been here in Texas for a long time and she still has her fucking heavy accent. And I love my little Puerto Rican baby. Anyway, so speaking of babies, you can now barter your baby in Pennsylvania, apparently. This was in 2006. Again, not an old law. There are human trafficking laws all over the world. I'd hope so. But in Pennsylvania, in particular, it is specifically illegal to barter for or with a baby. Just in case you thought you'd bring a baby down to the general store to trade for a few sacks of flour, is not an option in Pennsylvania. And that is on the fucking 13 colonies. And we're grateful for that. So I'm glad that that is a very big law. Now, I don't... That's probably one of the biggest laws that Pennsylvania has. I mean... fuck Philly. That's an Astros fan speaking right now, but baby-wise, I agree. Everything else, they can go suck it. I had my first Philly cheesesteak early, like very, very late last year, and I felt like a fucking ass eating one because I was like, man, fuck Philly. Anyway. So Rhode Island, limb biting is strictly prohibited. The year enacted for this law was in 1896. This isn't necessarily a bad law to have on the books either. It just seems rather straightforward and unnecessary to enact into law. In any event, in the state of Rhode Island, it is illegal to bite off another person's limb because obviously that needs to be stated, first of all. Second of all, that had to be made into an actual law, and we've all watched how that gets made into a law. So, you know, in the event that you do, on purpose, of course, you could face up to 20 years in prison. To be fair, the law also applies to putting an eye out and slitting the nose, ear, or lip as well. Question. If I deck a dude with a whole fistful of rings in the state of Rhode Island and it cuts his lip, does that mean I'm going to jail for 20 years? Who knows? It better be worth it, though. That's very chaotic, you know? Bite off another person's limb. Are we just breaking skin? What's the safety word? Is it Worcestershire sauce? If you know, you know. I don't know. Anyway, we're going on to the next one. Anyway, let me just check the comments really quick. Here we go. JR said, well, they voted for Biden. So obviously they didn't force it. I am done with you. I am not responding to that. South Carolina. Don't seduce an unmarried woman. Why? Seduce me, please. Year enacted was unknown in South Carolina. It's against the law to use the promise of marriage as a pickup line. Bitch, if I had $1 every single time, I'd be $20 richer. That's not it. It's not really a nice thing to do no matter where you are, but it is actually illegal in South Carolina for a man over the age of 16 to seduce an unmarried woman with false promise of marriage. Bitch. If I was promised marriage out of certain relationships, I probably have at least a couple of G's in the bank. So they never wanted to offer me their assets. Anyway, so South Dakota. Candy can't have more than 0.5% of alcohol. Why is this a thing, though? Why does candy have to have alcohol? I'm not opposed to the idea, but like for kids, you know, I have enough nieces and nephews to know that candy should not have alcohol. If I didn't, then I think that alcohol in candy is acceptable, but that's not the case. The year enacted was 2018. It's not that South Dakota is a dry state, not at all actually, but when it comes to candy, South Dakota can be rather puritanical. Candy is not legally permitted to have more than 0.5% alcohol in it. That's not to say that we're looking for the booziest bonbons, but sometimes it's nice to indulge in a liquor-filled candy now and again. I personally, as an avid drinker, I don't think that candy is necessary for booze unless, I don't fucking know, dude. If it was illegal for me to have any kind of fucking beer or anything like that, or if I've paid a lot of money for beer at fucking concerts, so I'm not even going to complain about that. However, if it got to the point for me sneaking alcohol, I'm taking those fucking bad boys in the parking lot. All right, Tennessee, let's go. All right, dealing... In Tennessee, dueling disqualifies you from public office. Don't go into public office if you want to duel. The year enacted was 1796. That's a very old law. Saturday's all right for fighting, but if it's a duel in Tennessee between people who may someday want to run for office, you better think again. Dang it, I really wanted to enroll my future son in that. According to the Tennessee Constitution, it is illegal for someone to run for public office if they have a history of participating in a duel of any kind. I mean, it's only fair. This is an outdated law, obviously, and super stupid. Like, I'm done. Over it. All right. Come on. This is a new one for me. In Texas, here's another fucking fun fact. You must believe in God to run for office. You guys, I believe in the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Madonna, Elton John, Cher, Adam from Taking Back Sunday, and the universe, obviously. This year that it was enacted was in 1845. Let's read about it. Texas has some pretty outrageous laws, even in modern days. Agreed. I just went over them previously. But one of the more obscure and outdated laws is that anyone who wants to hold office in Texas has to believe in God. It says so right in the Texas Constitution. Atheists need not apply. It's as if they forgot why this country was founded in the first place. This is way too fucking much for me. Like, I can't. Like, honestly, if you were to ask, not even people my age or even the younger generation, like, they probably... find this country was founded in your Apple Music. My fucking watch, sorry. So... this is a very controversial thing if you guys were to bring it up to middle schoolers or high schoolers right now in this day and age. I will not push my I will never push my agenda on the younger kids because I believe they are the future. I have no fucking say so in that. Absolutely, they are the future. However they perceive their thoughts and their beliefs, a lot of parents need to be more supportive. Because when those parents didn't have a fucking say so, they wanted to rebel out. So they also need to be there for their kids. That's how I feel. I just, being a Texan, I don't like that. I think that people who know my opinion about the matters and our current state of the state are very well aware of how I feel about it. And I just, do what your heart tells you. Bro, that's living and breathing inside of you. Do what you do. Let me read the comments. Jared said, if that needs to be stated, trick or treating in South Dakota must be in men. God bless Texas and no place else. Amen, bro. Amen. All right, Utah, we're almost done, guys. We're in the U. Utah, do not launch missiles at buses. Jesus fucking Christ. And I hardly ever use that terminology, but oh my effing Lanta. Year enacted was in 1999, right before fucking Y2K. This was the Y2K craze that we knew that we were going to die, right? Alright, it may seem pretty obvious, but in Utah... they decided to spell it out. It is illegal in the state of Utah, and we hope everywhere else in the country, to hurl a missile at a bus or a bus terminal. If you are a quote-unquote peace officer or security personnel, you're exempt from the law, provided you have a pretty good reason to do so. Holy shit. I really hope that that's everyone's morale, and I'm sure we will have somebody within the next 5 years. Or less. I was going to say, no, it seems likely within 5 because of how crazy people are getting. that they'll try to launch Missile at another bus here soon. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty fucking sure I can put money on it because people are dumb. Kids are dumb. It'll probably be somebody younger than me. If it's somebody older than me, then I will have to re-question a lot of things in my life, reevaluate shit. Pretty fucking sure it's gonna be somebody younger than me. At least by 4 or 5 years. Anyway, Vermont. Oh my god, my mom wants to go to Vermont so bad. It's another story for another day. Vermont, let the people have their clotheslines. Ding, 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 ding. If you don't, what's going to happen? We're going to find out. Year Enacted was in 2009. Holy shit. That's not that long ago. Definitely not that long ago. All right. The Vermont bylaws are pretty serious when it comes to laundry. So much that it is written in the Vermont statutes that the people of Vermont will not be prohibited from installing clothesline. The law forbids any regulations that prohibit them, as well as other energy devices based on renewable resources. Can somebody explain that to me? Wow. So make sure those people have their clotheslines, damn it. That's basically what Vermont's saying. Okay. I don't want to dig into that. That's way too much. Okay, Virginia, next one. We're almost out of here, guys. I promise. Virginia, Sundays aren't for killing unless it's raccoons. Those are trash pandas. How could... No, Virginia. No. Year Enacted was 1950. Woodland creatures get a break on Sundays, even in hunting season. That's because in Virginia, it's illegal to go hunting on Sundays. Holy shit. Scott would not live for that. The only exception to the rule is when it comes to hunting raccoons. It's always raccoon season in Virginia, it seems. Do not hunt those fucking trash pandas. I love those little babies, even though they're rabid. And my favorite one is from Pocahontas, fucking Miko. Like, that's my boo. Like, I love him. That's my little cuddle baby. I love him. Fuck you, Virginia. All right, Washington. Don't kill Bigfoot is their law. So what you're telling me is that he exists, is what you're fucking telling me. Like, you're telling me that it's real. It's real. It's really, really real. Okay. 1969. Again, not that old. Not fucking old at all. Whether you believe in Bigfoot or not doesn't matter. Skarmania County certainly does, and they have his life protected for eternity. I love that. People became so fascinated with tracking down this legendary forest beast. Oh, that's rude to like personify him as a beast. That people from all over the country were coming to the wilderness to see if they could catch a glimpse. This law, which has been updated to encompass any endangered species, states that anyone who slays Bigfoot will be imprisoned for a sentence of 5 years. So if it's for fucking Bigfoot and how long this has been going on, 5 years is kind of letting them out the door. Because especially if they have good behavior, they'll be out within 2 to 3 years. 1 year at the very minimum, 3 years at the max, you know? They should get more years for that because Bigfoot was heavily invested in. How dare you slay when a fucking, like, he's the fucking America sweetheart, you know? It's Bigfoot. Like, Bigfoot is very, like, he's not I don't think that he's treacherous. I just think that he's just walking. I think he has a whole little family. I think he has a whole ass little village. You know, he's not the only one who carries out the legacy. It's not fucking Nessie, you know? Feel like that. That's how I feel about that. West Virginia, and you know what? Cheers. West Virginia, no lewd behavior before marriage. Okay. The year enacted was 1931. This is when my grandparents were like 5 or 6 years old. I shit you not. I need a drag for this. Okay. So after 1931 in West Virginia, it was illegal to participate in any lewd or lascivious activity before the sacred marriage vows had been exchanged. How unrealistic. Nevertheless, it was written in the West Virginia legislature that any such behavior before marriage was not only immoral but also illegal. Thankfully, the powers that came to their senses and the law was repealed in 2010. So, that law's stupid as hell. Your girl, I'm married. Well, this is my ring, but I keep this on my finger just because I like it there. But your girl, I'm married. Hello. And I definitely prefer to be to participate in any lewd or any kind of behavior of that matter. I'm having fun. I'm having a fucking blast. Hello. But why did it take so long? Why did it take till 2010? Like fucking 13 years ago. Why did it take so long? Oh, I'm sorry it took me so long. But it's like 2010, like, why did it take that fucking long for people to really acknowledge that fucking dumbass bill? I guess because it was so dumb in the defense of West Virginia. It was probably so dumb to not even bring up to the public, which I get. Fair. But still, it's like, what the fuck? You know, like, let people have fucking fun, you know? Like, I'm having fun. Hello? This is great. Wisconsin. All cheese must be delicious is their fucking law. I'm ready to read about it. The year enacted was in 1993. So about to be 30, or if not already 30. Okay. Wisconsin is certainly the dairy counter of America, known for producing some of the best cheese in the country. You can blame the well-fed cows, the rolling pastures, or maybe even the cheese making techniques for such delicious cheese. But you may also be interested to know that it is actually the law for Wisconsin cheese to be delicious, or as the legal jargon puts it, quote unquote, highly delicious. According to the law, cheese shall be fine, highly pleasing, and free from undesirable flavors and odors. If you got stinky cheese, it ain't allowed in fucking Wisconsin, because that was declared about 30 years ago. Wisconsin, Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, stud, cannot function off of ill cheese. And yeah, I was gonna say something else about Wisconsinites, but I'm gonna leave it at that. And we're at the very last one. Woo, I'm at 10% anyway, so this is great. Okay, guys, so to finish off, Wyoming. Do not ski under the influence. How else do you expect me to get the fucking boss to ski, retard? The year enacted was 2011. Fuck. Alright, here we go. Get another law that would probably do well in many states. Wyoming took it upon itself in 2011 to declare that skiing under the influence is a misdemeanor. If you're impaired by consumption of alcohol or drugs and take to the slopes, you can be in prison up to 20 years or fined $200 or both. Fuck. That's a risk I will not take. That's why I'm going to stay my ass in the cabin. I won't fucking ski. You guys, unless I've been living out there for a fucking hot minute, then I'll be like, okay, I don't need alcohol to do this. But any fucking occasion where I'm doing something new or something that I've been wanting to do for a minute and alcohol is available and present, or even if I have to fucking pay for it, I will. I will have to be under the influence in order for me to do this shit. I am so sorry if that offends anybody. But that is me. That does not speak for everybody else on this fucking planet, but that's just me. I was like, I need to have a fucking shot. I need to have a beer. I need to have a few beers waiting for me afterwards, but I'm going to fucking do it. That's law with me. That's my law. That's the Degger law. You know, hello. And that I don't even know what to tell the state of Wyoming as to like why. Like, how can you be in prison? Okay, so the drug part I get, up to 20 years, fine. But fine $200 just, that just doesn't sit right with me. Maybe like fucking $50 for being PI, for like public intoxication. Maybe a couple $100. I get that. Whatever. But it's like, because you want to be on slopes, but let them do that. That's a less of a fucking liability to you, dude. Even if it's at your fucking, like, your cabin or whatever, they decided to drink that much. They decided to do that. They need to take responsibility for their actions, even if they're unalive. I'm sorry. They had it coming. But anyway, so before we wrap it up, guys, thank you guys so much for being so fucking patient with the show. I am so sorry that we ended it like this. I just hate that for us. Next week, I'm getting together with JR. We're going to figure out the logistics. I might, I don't know if I'm going to go over there or if I'm inviting him onto the show or what we feel more comfortable with, but we're going to be talking about the recent regulations in baseball. So it's going to be a lot of baseball talk, a lot of broing out. Yellowstone might be thrown in there, which I love. And we're just going to be talking about that here on the show. I really, really have already made notes about this show. I know that I wanted to talk about this before opening day and things of that nature. So, yeah. So just stay tuned for next week. And I hope you guys have a great fucking weekend, a great next of the week. And I will update you guys as soon as we figure out a game plan, because it's something I desperately want to talk about. But anyway, you guys have a good fucking weekend. Have a great time at the rodeo if you guys are going out over there. Be safe, drink responsibly. Working on the sponsorship here within a couple of months once I get the balls to do it. Working on the sponsorship here. So, anyway, you guys have a great night. Take care. Peace.